Alright everybody, welcome back to the Australian Speedrun Marathon 2021. My name is Noops, and with me today is Thom, who will be playing Pokemon Snap 100%. Take it away, Thom.
Alrighty, I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, this is Pokemon Snap 100%. With me doing commentary is Astrius.
Hi.
Alright, so, start off, we're at the beach. Gonna take photos.
Yes, so obviously there's the new Pokemon Snap game that came out on the Switch not too long ago. I will just take a moment to point out that this Duo that appears on screen, I swear that it is the Trio from the new one, just evolved. Like, I say that, but I have absolutely no proof. But anyway, this game is an on-rails, quote, shooter, except instead of shooting guns like you normally would, we shoot photos of Pokemon. And the 100% category for this requires us to take a photo of, have a photo registered for all 63 Pokemon available in this game. To that extent, if you're familiar with the game, or perhaps the new one, when you finish a area, you present your photos for review, get scored on them, and then Professor Oak tells you whether or not you're a terrible photographer, and like will tell you to either try again or keep doing it. To that extent, a Pokemon's photo is valid as long as it has its name on it, regardless of whether or not it's an actual good photo. So even if he's like, nah, that was terrible, do it again, it still counts for the purposes of filling in that Pokemon's entry. So later down the line, that will become more relevant. But for this first leg of it, we have to meet a certain number of conditions, because what we want to do is we want to unlock all of the bits and pieces that we can use to find all of the harder Pokemon, like the apple, the Pestiball, the flute, and of course the ability to take photos of signs and the ability to speed up. And in order to, some of the conditions are number based, like take a photo of a certain number of Pokemon, and others are score based. So initially, we're going to do a decent number of good photos as well as just actual photos of like just getting the numbers up and then also getting the score up, so that way we can meet the conditions by the time we make it to each of them.
Unfortunately, the Lapras at the end of that level normally pops up and gives you a lot of points for a Lapras photo, but it didn't do it, so I think we're already sort of gonna have to improvise a little and get some extra photos a bit earlier than we normally would.
It's fine. Yeah, we will know whether we've completed 100% of the game or not when it says 63. You just want to review your photos. Just appreciate how great
they
they
are.
are.
Good. Just checking.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get an extra photo of the Electabuzz in here. Normally just take a photo of this Pikachu and the Voltorb. But Electrode. But get this extra photo a bit closer, because my points are quite low because of the lack of the Lapras photo.
Yeah, just little bits, because we need 24,000 at this point in time to get the apple, and we want the apple when we make it to the end of the tunnel, so we can then throw it at the Electrode to cause it to explode to unlock the volcano. Yeah, so this game has where you go through these levels, but if you by like just a few points, that's all right. We've got a setup buffer after this, so you got tons of time to go through. The big detail here is that when you get through each of the levels, if you're paying attention and a keen observer, you would notice that there are some Pokemon giving you like that are poisoned specific ways, or perhaps near things that look like they can be interacted with, and by doing the correct thing at the correct time, you unlock new areas. You'll see that throughout this run, and if you're familiar with the game, you would know that. But anyone who's not familiar with it will be pleasantly surprised. So that should... Yep, there we go. 60 points over. Beautiful. We've unlocked apples.
Yes.
Oh, no, wait. Sorry. Pokemon food.
No, these ones are apples.
They are just apples?
Yeah, the new one, they changed them. But they're apples in
Oh,
there.
so to something that's, quote, light and fluffy, so it won't hurt it. Whereas these are just full-blown apples with the core. Like, this thing's got some weight to it.
You hit a Pokemon, they'll not like it.
They'll let you know. See? They'll let you know.
Just hit him twice, so we can get him behind us.
Yeah,
Nice,
so
good
if
photo of them.
you collide with an object that you shouldn't be colliding with, like a Pokemon, the on rails thing you're in will grind to a halt and stop and wait for a predetermined amount of time. Even if what was originally causing your obstruction has long since moved away from you, it's that predetermined amount of time, and we want to avoid that as much as possible. So that Electabuzz will actually get in your way. So by knocking him twice, we've delayed him at the spot where we can actually get past him. And so it is also worth noting at this point in time that we said on rails, but that's not 100% true. There are, like, this is a path with a width to it, and you can actually maneuver your way on either side of the path, and it just, like, basically you're just moving in the direction that you're aiming at. So you can get better angles on certain, as demonstrated there, you can get better angles on certain Pokemon by simply being on the left or right side of a path. Not every path has this width to it. A lot of them are just fixed, like, rails. But yeah. And then for 100%, not all Pokemon are just available on the path. Some of them will require you to do specific things in order to make them appear. For example, the Dog Trio requires you to take a photo of the Diglett repeatedly, and then every time you do it, more of them come up, until eventually you get the 3 of them. Ah, what a beautiful photo. Magnificent. So you're going to try and get the Magnemites and the 3 together, because that's how you evolve them. Beautiful.
I don't want a bit of photo, but...
And then there's our Electro that unlocks the volcano. Yeah, so if we were to miss that Electrode and go to the end of the level, we would then have to come back and go all the way to the end of the tunnel to do that again, to unlock the volcano. But yeah, this level is probably the most prominent of, like, you want to unlock the apple and do as little of tunnel as possible before you unlock the apple, because there's so many instances where it's like, the apple lets you see so many new Pokemon or get angles, because the Magnetite and Magnetron at the end won't let you take a photo of them unless they're busy eating an apple. And other stuff like that.
Yes.
Those were some pretty good snaps, IMO.
Wonderful.
I think they're all wonderful.
Wonderful.
Except that one.
Wonderful.
The accidental
close.
Pikachu photo.
Wait.
Wonderful. 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 Wait.
Yeah, look, the new Snap game tries to be a bit more PETA friendly, but in this one you straight up make Pokemon do horrible stuff for your benefit. It's fine, don't worry about it. It was a different time. So now it's for the third stage, the volcano. Oh, sick photo of the Rapidash. Just, interrupting it mid-stride. It's worth noting that Thom is regularly looking up into the air. It's an N64 game. N64 games were notoriously laggy, and the more you're looking at, the slower the game runs. And since this is an on-rails game, and we don't have the engine that makes us go fast, we kind of want to make sure that we can force the game to run as quickly as possible to minimize the amount of time we're spent chugging along at the slow parts. Because once we, if you're familiar with the game, once we've gone through all of the stages the first time round, if we've done everything correctly, we'll then be asked to go through all the stages again to find something, and we'll use that opportunity to also pick up all the other things that we've missed. But when we do that, we will also have the motor that makes us go the fast, and that's always good.
Actually, in a speedrun, want to go
it's a
the
speedrun.
fast.
We want to go the fast, not a fast, the fast. I'm gonna eat a pancake. Beautiful Moltres. And you get to watch the magmas just torch each other. So obviously we can't get all of the Pokemon in each pass on the first try round because we're missing the Flute and the Pestival, and for the beach we're missing the Apple as well.
Wonderful.
And then anyway, as I said before, we have to come back and get the photos of the quote signs, which are just things that look like Pokemon in the world.
Wait.
I'm very short. Okay.
Welcome back.
The Pestival.
Yeah.
So normally for River,
Yes.
you just enter and just take a photo first thing you do, and that would be enough to get you through, but I'm very low on points at the moment, so I'm gonna have to knock a couple of these guys out. And then take a nice photo of them here, and I'm gonna get the Bulbasaur as well. It's like, yeah
I'd
very
probably
short
get a
on
few
Pokemon.
more. I'll get a few more.
But that should be enough there.
If not, well,
Oop.
take more photos.
That's not the one I
Beautiful photos of beautiful Pokemon.
Yes.
Yeah, so the first part of the game up until here is very, like,
Wonderful.
very dependent on how many points you've got. You really want to be making sure that a lot of the early photos are just good photos, Pokemon in the center. Otherwise, here you have to spend, like, I think that was like 30 seconds rather than just entering the level, taking the photo, and exiting.
Yeah, so River has the same sort of deal as Tunnel, where you, like, casually, you would go through the whole level, and then by the end of it, you will have raked up enough points to unlock the thing. But we want the thing before we actually go through the level. And so that's what we were trying to do here. I think you've got one more point requirement left.
Yeah. Yeah, so the last point requirement's not mostly not an issue. If it is, it just means when we do our second passes of Tunnel and Volcano later on, that we need to go Volcano and then Tunnel, rather than Tunnel then Volcano.
Yes, so everyone knows just how fantastic a photographer Professor Oak is. The scoring for each of the photos is based on the size of the Pokemon. So it's worth noting that if the Pokemon is bigger than the photo itself, you can actually get deducted points. Whether or not it's facing you up front, and whether or not it's in the center of the frame, and then you also get bonus points for anything special that it's doing, and if there are other Pokemon that match that Pokemon in the frame.
I think it's slightly different to the new one, which is just any Pokemon.
The new one has a whole different set of rules associated with it. And the bonus points for additional Pokemon is just any other Pokemon in the scene. I've seen a lot of people try to get like all diamond stars for all of the photos, and it looks like it would be quite the adventure. So those little notches in the wall are actually polygons. Beautiful.
That's really good. So Cloyster's one of the random Pokemon that sometimes doesn't show up. Oh, I got two of them. And essentially, if we don't get it now, it just means going a little further into the cave for the next bit. But for now, because I got it, doesn't matter too much. And it'd also mean when we come back into River later, we'd have to travel all the way to the end of the level. And if it didn't show up, we'd have to just keep doing that as well.
Yeah. So again, that was another instance of using a Pokemon to give us the new area. Porygon jumps out onto the switch. Simple stuff. I think Oak gives you a hint if you don't do it, but were able to, or something to that effect. I can't remember.
I'm just too good at taking photos, so
Oh, clearly.
I don't know about that.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So there's some wonderful photos. Most of them are super high scoring. The rest are all like decently scoring because I think 2K and above is good, with 3 to 4K above being like phenomenal.
Yeah.
We now go to the cave. A wonderful course, of course. So this is where the on rails bit becomes a bit weird because we're now flying through the level as opposed to like sailing along a river or on a rail. We're now just flying through a cave. So the like freedom of movement along the path is a bit more defined here, I think, because you can sort of move yourself left and right a bit more.
Good enough.
Yeah, you're really beating that fella up.
He's giving me the finger as payback.
Rude. Yeah, so you just sort of, at this point, we're fairly confident we'll make the point requirement, and we know we're gonna have to come back here and take photos. So we're just taking photos of Pokemon that we know are gonna take some time at the start or at the end of the stage, so that way we can eliminate sections of the track that we don't want to be like focused on taking photos for. We want to just go straight through them as quickly as we can.
I missed. Yeah.
Oh, it's all right.
Oh, he turns around. I didn't realize he turned around.
That's all right. He'll get you on the next
we good.
pass.
No, he turned around again.
Oh,
We're good. We're good.
there we go. James's favorite Pokemon. Beautiful. Yeah, and a lot of what determines where we're leaving the course is dependent on the number of Pokemon we need for the next area, the score we need, and the sign in that stage. Because when we do the revisits, we'll just be doing cleanup for the most part, and also picking up signs.
You were close. Wonderful. 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 Wonderful.
Wonderful. Wait,
Wait, 38.
Welcome back.
Oh
did you
no,
miss some?
that's real bad. 38 is 2 Pokemon missing.
Which ones did you miss?
I don't know, which is really bad.
Is it at the end of cave? I'm trying to think. There's
Grimer.
Jinx.
No, I don't need the. Well, I shouldn't.
Did
have
you take
needed
a photo of the Grimer, or did you just smack it with the Pestiball?
No, I got this Grimer over here. Ditto.
Yeah, Ditto, Muck,
Ditto, Mark.
Jigglypuff,
Jigglypuff,
coughing,
coughing. Okay, it's not in here.
Weeping Bell, Victory Bell.
Welcome back.
That's real bad.
That's fine, don't worry about it.
It's real bad because I can't continue. Lapras. Did I not put the Lapras in? Okay, yeah. Worst is.
Oh, because you
probably
missed
right.
it from before, remember?
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you,
So that's
Worcester.
one.
This is why you bring a Pokemon Master with you. I'll get the
Well,
Lapras.
unfortunately, Worcester was unavailable. Oh, wait, there he is!
No, it's just that. Yeah. I thought I submitted a Lapras. It wasn't the Lapras, but it was a Lapras.
Yeah, but that's still one Pokemon. We're missing 2. We were potentially gonna get Worcester to come in here and commentate this run as if it were an actual like main line Pokemon run.
Wait, this isn't mainline Pokemon.
It is. I didn't say anything about it not being a
It
mainline
was
Pokemon
Lapras.
run. Beautiful.
Oh, at least one of them was Lapras. I still need to figure out what the other Pokemon I'm missing is.
Welcome back. Yes.
I'll just redo Cave as if I didn't do it, and I'll take a photo of the Jinx at the end. No, a photo not being good doesn't matter.
As
It
long
just
as the
has to have
photo
the-
has
yeah.
the name of the Pokemon assigned to it, that counts. For the purposes of filling out the Pokedex or numbers of Pokemon photographed.
Yeah, the fact that I didn't submit the Lapras is probably why I was really low on points as well, even if it wasn't a good Lapras.
Alright. I told you to sandbag and you're doing it wonderfully.
All on purpose.
Yeah, all intentional, all part of the plan.
2K photos, actually.
Look, a lot of our photos aren't fantastic, mostly because we're like, there, a speck in the distance photo.
I think the Porygon Poliwag at the start of River, you literally take a photo, and on the Wii VC version of this game, that photo doesn't count because it's so hidden, but it counts on the Nintendo 64. I think it's just this game does weird emulation things. I don't even think it works on an emulator.
I don't think, what other Pokemon
Weeping Bell.
would it have been?
Yeah, I think it might be the Diglett, because I accidentally took a photo of the Pikachu. And I might have not actually selected the Diglett as well.
That's alright, you just make sure you take a photo of that Diglett on the way back. On the repeat.
Yeah, I'm just going to take photos of everything on the way through everywhere.
You did Diglett?
I thought I did Diglett.
We did Magnemite and Magnetron. That's fine.
This is a cool thing. If I just spam photos here, you can't see anything. I can just make sure that I can see the Jinx in at least one of them, just in case. But in the photos that, I don't need to submit all these. Yeah, I need to just the Jinx. Yeah, a lot of those photos that you can't see anything in, it actually counts as having the Pokemon in. What? Hang on. I have submitted the Lapras, didn't I? I was on 38 before. Did I not submit the Lapras when I just
You didn't submit it, you just, like, took the photo and left. Wait, runs away.
Can someone pick up all this spaghetti? I've just
I'm
dropped
gonna
all my
eat my
spaghetti
pancake instead.
and...
Does that count?
Sorry?
I'm gonna eat this pancake, does that count?
Yeah, we'll count it, Can you pick it up, though?
Yeah, I'm picking it up now.
I didn't get...
Now, Tom, submit the photo.
I need to take the photo. I need to make sure it's in the photo.
Yeah, just take. Yeah, beautiful.
Alright.
My God, there's spaghetti everywhere.
I just can't hold all the spaghetti.
Close.
It's all for a bit of fun. You know, it'd be a great
Welcome
time
back.
for any donations, incentives, or plugging of the marathon.
Yes.
No, we're good.
Well,
Okay, you go. You go.
okay, no worries. Excellent. We have a $54 donation from Neil who says, "Oh snap! I would have never pictured of my favorite Pokemon game to be part of a speedrun marathon. I'm excited to see how the strategies develop over the course of the run. Cheers and good luck, Tom."
Eh.
Ooh. Thank you for the donation.
I can do another one if you'd like.
Yeah.
Use.
Excellent. We have a $30 donation from Bored Banana who says, "Had a blast with my runs. Thank you so much to ASM for having me and raising money for this great cause. Put this towards the world's hardest game, and good luck to the rest of the runners."
Oh, thank you, Boy Banana.
That takes world's hardest game to $888 out of the $2,000 goal.
Make it happen, people.
Make it happen, people.
So Valley has probably the most number of hidden or conditional Pokemon where you have to do something very specific to make them appear. The most obscure one, and probably the most obscure for the entire game, is the Gyarados. So you would have seen Thom throw a apple into the water near the Mankey, and a Magikarp flew out and got high jump kicked over the mountain. That same Magikarp is... Where is he? There he is. So we're going to knock him into the river, and then Tom's going to do a setup photo for the Staryu, which is going to come into later. And there's the Gyarados. So yeah, you have to knock that Magikarp into the Mankey. He knocks it over the mountain. It comes down there. You smack it with the Pestiball and it flies across the river into the waterfall and turns into a Gyarados. And then another Pokemon that's like obscure is that you have to take a photo of these Staryus, and they're quite difficult to take a photo of if you're not ready for it. But if you take a photo of them, they get angry, and then they fly into this whirlpool and turn into Starmies. Dragonite, Squirtle. So these 3 Squirtles were meant to demonstrate how you get the Mankey off of the mountain at the top. And there's one more Squirtle left. And so you just have to line up the shot. Ah, beautiful. You direct hit that Mankey. He rolls down the mountain on the other side. Perfectly positioned for one last Pestiball. Because why not? And he rolls back onto the V. So apparently you were telling me that Thom was telling me that you can misfire the shot and the Mankey can miss the button.
I think it's normally if you shoot too late. I think it goes off to the, will go off to the right of the thing because of the angle, but I think if you're on that side, you will pretty much always get it.
Excellent stuff. So getting that particular exit where you knock the Mankey onto the switch is the condition that unlocks what's known as signs. So there's a bunch of things in the world. You would have seen the Dotrio mountain in this world. Every level has one. Yeah, every level has one. And they're called signs, and we need to go back and take a photo of all of them, and then we can unlock the final stage. But to that extent, we're now going to try and do a full cleanup. Since we have to revisit all the levels, we're going to try and make sure that the next pass we go through that level finishes the level. But we're still missing... So he gives us the engine. Fantastic. This thing makes us go fast. We're doing a speedrun. Fast is good. We want to get one extra item that we're currently missing, and it is the flute, which has superior music from the new one. I don't know why the new one plays the same god dang track, but this one plays several different tracks, and all of them are bangers. Certified bangers. I give it the Australian Speedrun TM seal of approval.
Okay, yeah, so just there. I had to come back into Valley, because sometimes when you take a photo of Sandslash, so you saw all of those photos I took were of Sandslash and it said Sandslash. 3 of them counted as Grappler photos, so... Yeah. Sandslash can be a bit of a troll character, Pokemon. Kind of annoying.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Right, back to beach.
Yeah. Yeah, so now we go to the beach. So we'll do one revisit of beach, and then depending on our score circumstances, we'll either...
Things.
No, it's fine, don't worry about it.
I'm worrying.
So there's the first one, so the Crablead, like brain. Snorlax, yeah, we'll do a full run of Beach 2, and then depending on what our score count is at coming out of this, we'll either just go into tunnel, no, is it tunnel in, out? Or is it volcano in? One of the two.
Tunnel, yes, one of the two.
Basically, we'll either need to do a level fully to rack up the missing points, or we'll just go into a level and quickly jump out of it to unlock the flute. So now that we have the engine and we can go fast, another element of the speedrun itself is introduced where we actually want to make sure that we can get Pokemon out of the way of our now high-speed careening vehicle, because we don't want any accidents to occur. So hitting them with a Pestiball will stun them, and if they're about to get on the track and we stun them before they get on it, we can slip by them safely. We're all about safety here.
For us.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That's enough points.
Welcome
Beach
back.
255. Oh wait, yeah, no, that makes sense. I'll be able to tell where I'm missing it roughly.
So I was getting a delivery. So as I was mentioning before, we're gonna knock Pokemon out and then slip past it. So that was the Electabuzz. We just wanted to give him a gentle nudge with a Pestiball. Nothing too fancy.
Oh, I didn't submit the Zubat. Okay, cool.
Ah, that's where that missing Pokemon was.
I definitely took the photo. I just didn't submit it. Apparently.
Play the flute, get the Pokemon to do the angry, makes the new Pokemon, standard stuff. Zapdos.
Yeah, I thought it was a tunnel Pokemon. Something seemed off after tunnel.
Yes.
You saw a sign. Did it open up your eyes? Did you see a sign?
You were
I
close.
did.
Wonderful. Welcome back.
Alright, so Volcano's the next big RNG portion. Well, it's like the biggest RNG of the game. But at the end of the level, there's 3 volcanoes like this one. Smaller volcanoes. And out of each of them can pop either a... oh, please out of my way. An Arcanine or a Growlithe. There's more chance that a Growlithe will pop out than an Arcanine. So, if we don't actually make an Arcanine pop out of any of the 3, we go back, start the level again.
So we want one of each to pop out at the very least, so we can take a photo of both. So worst case scenarios are 3 Growlithes or 3 Arcanines.
I've had 3
There's one.
Arcanines before, and it's not fun. 'Cause you're like, well, I wanted one of those, but I got 3 of them.
So this is where we're probably gonna cost the most amount of time just in the run itself. And because we're retrying, we have to take a photo of that sign every time on our way through. But because we've also taken a photo of just about everything else in Volcano 2, we can just zoom our way through the whole thing and not have to worry about taking photos of everything as we go through. So it's like the least amount of time loss possible.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, just like in the practice runs. Thom was doing a few practice runs before he started, and this is exactly what was happening. Oh, that Vulpix.
I mean, it wouldn't be a Pokemon game without a bit of RNG.
That is true. It comes with the territory. Oh, Arcanine. That's Growlithe. That is also a Growlithe. And that's also a Growlithe. Do you happen to know the specific odds? I don't know. One's more likely than the other.
Yeah, one has big odds and one has small odds.
Ah, perfect. Thank you. I got worse. Oh, wow. Good stuff right there.
Hey! Now we're gonna get 3 Arcanines and it's gonna be the saddest thing ever. Ah, we're good.
Excellent. And now we can just get the last Pokemon that we haven't gotten from Volcano 2. Everyone's favorite. Ooh, alright. Don't swing and miss too hard. I love the sound he makes when you hit it. It like falls into the pit, just angry. Apparently, hitting a Charmeleon with a fire attack turns it into a Charizard. Who would have thought?
Not have counted.
That's
Doesn't
a
have to be
really good
centered
action
at
shot
all.
of the Arcanine.
Yes. You were close. Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Welcome
So we're
back.
only missing 3 Pokemon.
Yes.
One of them is obviously the spoiler in the spoiler stage. But we're just going to quickly zoom through and get the signs as well as any missing Pokemon from the remaining stages, which is River 2 and Cave 2. And then we can go to spoiler and get spoiler.
Far away.
Cubone Stone, Rock Thing. The big odds on his hit.
Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Welcome back.
Do 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 do. Oh, big stretch. How are you, Tom?
Doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing alright. It's a bit early for me.
Yeah.
Quarter to 11 in the morning. Do you reckon there's time for donations?
Oh yeah. Right ahead.
Well, I'll just take this opportunity to remind everybody of who we are and what we're doing. We are Oz Speedruns, a group doing speedrun events to raise money for charity. For this event, we're raising money for Beyond Blue, a charity working to raise the awareness of mental health issues and reduce the stigma around these issues to help people achieve their best possible mental health. If you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ozspeedruns.com or chuck in !donate in chat.
Thank you. Got the sign.
Yes. You were close. Wonderful.
Now, I had a thought.
Wait.
Okay, that's fine. I was like, wait. Because I can't do math. I was like, wait, are you short of Pokemon? You are not
know.
short of Pokemon.
It's always confusing because I'm like, oh yeah, it's 64. There's 64 Pokemon, which I think was like what people expected to be in the game. But no, there's only 63 Pokemon in the
Baited.
64 game.
So the last Pokemon is Mew on the Rainbow Cloud in the sky. Don't ask. Logic is not permitted. We just have to take a photo of Mew for this to count, and then we're done. So Mew's got that bubble that will like blind your camera if you try to take a photo of it.
And you can hit Mew from within the bottle sometimes, which is what just happened back there.
So instead of hitting the bubble, you hit Mew.
Yeah. I think it's like just as Mew's going off screen. Yeah, there we go. I think that's the right one. Yeah, okay. Alright, the last Pokemon. Just gonna go back to... Oh, make sure that's selected.
Yes.
Go back to Professor Oak, and time is on saving, so I'll call time. It's up.
Welcome back.
Alright, and
See you.
time.
Yay!
Yeah, so that's Pokemon Snap, the original Pokemon Snap. Yeah. What was to say? Yeah, I was gonna say that. Got distracted. I believe there was photos from like pre-release that were of Ekans, and then Ekans was just removed from the game. But yeah, was Pokemon Snap 100%.
What a snappy speedrun.
But I think it went pretty well. Yeah, if I'd only missed one Pokemon, the fact that I missed 2 Pokemon was pretty bad because it meant I didn't know which one it was.
Dang that Zubat. Dang that Lapras.
But yeah, that's this. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a
Plenty
good
more
time.
coming up afterwards.
Yeah.
Excellent. Any last minute plugs, or are we moving on?
No, I'm not gonna unplug any of my plugs. It'll switch off my PC. So
Yeah, that sounds smart.
hand it back to you guys.
Easy. Well, coming up soon, we have a run from Alleycat. We may indeed have two if what I'm reading is correct, but I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So we're going to go to a quick intermission, and when we come back, it'll be someone other than me reading donations. This is my last when we come back, shift of the marathon, and I'll be watching from the sidelines from now on. So thank you everybody for having me. I've had a lot of fun helping make this marathon happen. Peace and love. Get your donations in. Let's get World's Hardest Game met. I would really, really, really love to see that. All right. Thank you very much.